all kinds of weather. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Ole, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. What? Jump in the line, rock your...
It's October, which means the Halloween tutorials have begun. I wanted to make a tutorial on LYDiA from Beetlejuice. It's probably one of the easiest looks you could do. Just kind of embraced my dark circles. I own all black, so pretty easy. The only thing I can't decide is if I should wear my hair half up, half down, or if I like the hat situation. Anyways, I hope you like this tutorial, and let's get to it. Oopsies. So my hair is not done, obviously, because I'm just gonna wear a wig, so I'm not really worried too much about the situation happening on my head. I already primed my skin with Smashbox Primer Oil. I really like this. I'm more on the drier side and gives a deep hydration, plus primes my skin, so I can't be mad at that. I'm going to work with, where did it go? The Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation, and this is in shade 3.25. Using a flat foundation brush, I'm just applying the foundation all over. I'm taking some makeup remover and I'm going to wipe off any foundation that I got on my eyelids because I want my natural darkness or like redness to come through. She has like that sickly look that I like. So this is when my dark circles are a good thing. Not to brag or anything, but I don't even think I need any eyeshadow because I already look pretty dead. I could be done. I'm going to do my eyebrows. So she has dark hair, so I'm going to do dark brows. I do dark brows all the time anyway, so who cares? I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Brow Palette in number 2. And I'm actually going to start with the wax. I use my finger and I just kind of push my hairs upwards, covering the whole brow with the wax, holding on with the hairs in place. Your fingers are your best tools. Don't you ever forget that. Taking an angled brow brush, I'm going to use the darkest shade. I'm going to just fill in my eyebrows. She doesn't have a super defined shape, so I'm not too worried about my brows being perfect. I love how I'm like, she doesn't have super defined brows, but I did pretty much define brows. Now I'm going to add some eyeshadows, so I'm going to work with the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, because they're all matte and I want matte shadows. Normally I would prime my eyes with eyeshadow primer, but all of my eyeshadow primers have a color to them, a tint, because I usually try to neutralize the darkness on my lid, but since I don't want to, I'm not gonna use eyeshadow primer because I don't wanna neutralize the situation. So that's fine. I'm going to take an all over shadow brush. So this one is by Urban Decay, it's the Naked Basics brush. And I'm going to take this shade right here at the edge of the palette. I'm going to put this in my tear duct. I'm going to take this large peach toned shade and put this on my lid. I'm just patting and coming up towards my crease. I like to take my finger and just kind of go over it to really blend and soften it. Wipe it off pretty much. I want it to look more natural. I don't want it to look like eyeshadow. Doing that kind of just rubs it in there. I'm going to use this matte brown shade right here and come along my bottom lash line. I'm going to take a little bit of this deeper tone again and go along my upper lash line. I like this brush because it has the smudger on one end and then the all over on the other, so I like to place the color and then switch it over and smudge it or just soften it. They have the names on the back, but I got them all wrong last time. Like it's backwards, I think, and someone called me out on it, so I'm just gonna show you the shade. I'm gonna put it right where the edge of my nose is, coming up following my orbital bone underneath my brow, just to add a shadow. But stopping about halfway, not even, less than halfway. Take my finger and kind of smudge it, blend it. Make sure nothing's on my brush. Take the small spit of this tone right here. It's like a burnt, like a reddish brown. And then with like the excess, I'm gonna follow my natural situation. Just with the lightest touch. Why am I still holding this up? Why? I'm loving this look. I used to wear no concealer back in the day, and this is exactly how I used to look. Gray shade at the top. Put that right in the hollow to deepen it a smidge. And same brush is okay. You really don't have to switch it out. I'm using the Lancome mascara. The Lancome eyeliner in, it's called Lame? No, Lame. L-A-M-E, with that little line over the E. Or a nude eyeliner will work as well. I can't find my nude. This one has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but that's okay. I'm gonna put this just the outer inner waterline. That made my eyes water. Woo! Okay, I'm going to use Artisan Big Mascara and do mascara on top and bottom lashes. Using my NYX contour palette, I want to start with this shade right here. It's like the pearly white highlight color, just to give a little bit of a sickly glow. You know, when you're sick and you're sweating, that's what I want. I'm also going to take a little bit of that color and pop it in my tear duct. Taking this white shade, I'm just going to lightly kind of set my face. And then I would use this palette to contour, but the shades are a little bit, they're too warm and too dark. I almost want like a gray shade to contour, or something with like a gray tone. So I'm actually just gonna go back to my Kat Von D palette and go for this shade. Let's use this brush. Delium Tools 965 brush. And go right into my contour, just lightly. So for the lippy, whatever's left over like on my foundation brush, neutralize the lip a bit. And then it looks like she has like a berry, like we know when you bite your lip a little bit, it turns like the berry color. Looks like she has that. Or like when you eat a popsicle, it leaves that really pretty color and you're like, mm. I'm taking this Jordana lip color. It's number 11, Juicy Grape. And I'm just going to use my finger. I like to dab and then wipe it off. It's like when you put on color and then you wipe it off and then you put it back on and you wipe it off. It kind of leaves this stain behind, plus your natural lip color starts to come through. It's like the perfect shade. I feel like this is still too polished. I want it to just be imperfect. Like that's what I'm going for with this look. I don't want anything to look too clean and polished because that's not what it is, you know? Okay, so I didn't make a wig, but let me grab the wig and all that stuff and then I'll put my wig cap on and... Okay, so I put my wig and my hat on. The wig I got at the Halloween store last year for it's a Cleopatra wig. I did a Cleopatra look last year. This wig was way overpriced. Just go to your local beauty supply store or wig shop, like Yelp it or something, because I swear to you, this wig was like $60 and you could get a great synthetic wig at a local beauty supply store for like $30. So I was a little annoyed that I bought this, but it was last minute last year. So I kept on to it. Butchered the bangs, just cut them up and gelled them. This hat I got at Aldo and this sweatshirt is my man's. I would put a camera around my neck, but I'm using my camera to film, so we'll just pretend I have one. And there you go, a really easy look you could do for Halloween or just because. I really like this eyeshadow look. I really like this. So I don't know about this hat. So here's if I put the wig up, half down. She kind of had this look going on. I hope you like this tutorial and that you have a really good day today and make really good choices. And I will see you guys later. Bye. I'm gonna try and get this out. My bad.